Hey there everyone, this is Gray Cinema here, bringing you another reaction review video! Yay! Haha! So this is a video that was specifically requested by you.
Yes, for once.
Yes.
I got to request a movie.
Yes, and yeah, that movie is...
Pet Sematary!
Pet Sematary. It's the original adaptation of Pet Sematary, and it's based off the Stephen King novel. And you've never seen this, right?
I have seen part of it.
What part?
I want to say the beginning part.
How long ago?
High school.
So a long ass
Yeah.
time. You're
Not
gonna know
that
about,
long, but over 10 years.
You're not gonna know shit about this. Okay,
No.
well that's good. I have seen this before. It is quite good, and I do know based on the novel, it's like when Stephen King wrote it, he said, I believe to his wife that he thought he might have gone too far for that one. It was a bit too much. So supposedly it's one of the scarier ones for some things. So I think you'll have a good time with it.
Yay. I'm gonna bite you later.
I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so are you ready for some Pet Sematary?
Yeah.
Alright, well here we go. Pet Sematary. Pet Sematary.
I wonder why it was spelled that way.
Ask Stephen King. Fred Gwynne, he was Herman Munster in the Munsters.
Oh.
Skunk.
Precious little thing. Now I'm wondering what I did see, because none of this looks familiar.
Have you hugged your Marilyn today?
It's awfully hard to hug a state.
Finally.
The blonde looks familiar. Was she a...
She was in Star Trek, that's about all I know.
But she was one of the officers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her character died.
A whole lot of Next Gen, and I don't remember her dying, but... These old school baby seats. Interesting, creepy pathway.
Yeah, this is an 80s movie. 1989.
Listen here,
Is it broken? Is there blood? Then you'll be fine.
She could have broken something.
Good thing her dad's a doctor.
Baby. Baby.
Kitty.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
Thank you.
I want to think about putting a fence up in that yard.
Or putting a leash on the child.
You won't watch out that road. Them damn trucks go back and forth all day and most of the night.
He was also the judge in My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah. I remember that.
Who might you be, little miss?
There's a path over there. Do you know where it goes?
Yeah, that's a good story. A good walk. I'll take you up there sometime.
Kitty. Why is the tire swing already rehung?
Because tire swings are important.
Yeah, I had to replace the rope first.
Scared the life out of me, Church.
I think the cat knows there's something off about that path. Cats do tend to be the guardians of things.
That's one mean road, all right. You know that path your wife commented on? That road, and those Rinko trucks. The two main reasons is there. Pet Sematary.
Always thought it would be lucky to marry a doctor. Wish I had a doctor around with my stomach pain so bad. Hell, I ain't married to anyone.
She's an odd creature. The unique voice and inflection she uses. Very much like the neighbor across the street.
Let's get on with it.
The early stages of child backpacks.
What's it say, Mommy?
It says Pet Sematary, honey.
At least something good come of it. This place.
A graveyard for pets killed in the road.
Well, they have to learn about death somehow, now don't they, Miss Creed?
Why?
Because it happens whether you like it or not. And it's better to learn about it with a pet than with a loved one. As much as I hate the thought of losing my dog, I'd rather my kids learn about their pet dying than their grandma.
That's where I buried my dog Spot when he died of old age in 1924.
Daddy, what if Church dies?
Honey, Church will be fine.
He's a good kitty.
What if school here isn't like in Chicago?
It's
I'm
not.
scared and I want to go home.
Church will be all right, honey.
You promise, Daddy?
Don't shilly-shally, Louis. Give the little girl a promise.
Church will be fine. I promise.
That's stupid. You shouldn't have promised that. You want your cat to be alright, keep him as an indoor cat. That's what you do.
Well, you're very welcome. But if anything does happen, you explain it to her.
That's fair.
Gotta go.
Yeah, I'd be mad at my partner for that shit too. That's not a promise you should ever make. There's 1,000 things that could happen.
Anybody see what happened? We got hit by a truck.
We got hit by a truck! Oh my god!
Kate's brain matter is visible, Sweetie Hughes.
Maybe he'll become RoboCop.
Start a cardiac monitor. He's gotta go to EMC. I know it won't, but for God's sake, let's do it by the rules, okay? Now move.
He's already dead.
Looks pretty stiff to me.
I told Rachel not so much as a sprain today, my friend.
The soil, Louis.
How did you know my name?
I'll come.
How did you know my name?
You have a man's blood on your face. You should get that off. You don't know what could be traveling in it.
How was that real or in his head, though?
Who
Because he was
knows?
dead.
It's Stephen King. Could be either thing.
That's fair.
Come on, Doc. We've got places to go.
Looks like it's in his head to me.
Come on, Doc. Don't make me tell you twice.
Reminds me of American Werewolf in London when he's seeing his friend.
Kind of reminds me a bit of a Psycho. American Psycho. Where you wonder if he's crazy or not. Or if this is like actually an apparition talking to him.
Why are you here?
Why are you sleeping
I
in
want to
scrubs?
help you because you tried to help me.
I don't like this dream.
You said you were dreaming.
Of course, there's a fog.
Well, yeah.
It's important.
How would it be creepy without a fog? It's very calming, peaceful fog.
Just enough to set a mood.
This is not like I remember. Maybe I didn't see Pet Sematary.
Well, you get to see something new for the first time then.
This is the place where the dead speak. Do not go on to the place where the dead walk. The barrier was not meant to be crossed.
It's not my fault that you died.
It's gonna be a dream until he looks at his feet.
Ha!
Told you.
Yeah. Good call.
As far as your dad is concerned, I'm never gonna be a member of the family.
But I want you around.
I'll be around plenty when you get back.
No, that's bullshit. I'd fight for him to go too. I also wouldn't go somewhere that my family didn't consider my husband family.
Judd, what trouble?
Well, there's a dead cat over here on the edge of my lawn.
Oh, Jesus. Yep. That church, all right. Well, Ellie will suffer. She'll suffer plenty.
You gonna tell Ellie? Maybe. There's a better way.
Well, what way is that?
The place we're going is on the other side of that.
Where you were warned.
Oh, we
not to
can't
go.
climb over that.
I know all the places to step. And don't stop. You stop, you'll crash through for sure.
You were just told not to go there. Why? Why do I feel like Judd is not all that he appears?
Just don't stop and...
And don't look down. Right. Judd, what's that?
Just a loon, that's all.
No loon I've ever heard of makes a noise that sounds like a growl.
Won't be much longer now.
And the humankind don't generally echo it with bird calls. The hell are you taking it, man?
Almost there, Louis.
How do you have that kind of fucking stamina when you're that old?
He's a monster. That's how.
Or he's undead.
What is this place?
This was their burial ground. Micmac Indians. I brought you here to bury Ellen's cat.
I have a feeling the kitty's gonna come back to life and then eventually a person's gonna die and he's gonna try burying that there.
Is that what you think's gonna happen?
Betting it's the little boy. They usually have rituals for that you didn't do. What is it with Stephen King and Indian burial grounds?
It's a classic.
Not one word about what we done tonight.
What did we do tonight, Jud?
Secret thing. The soil of a man's heart, Louis, is stonier.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Hi, Daddy.
Hi, baby.
How's church, Daddy?
I guess he's just fine, Ellie. I haven't seen him this evening.
And kiss him goodnight for me.
Yuck. Kiss your own cat.
It's church.
Jesus. I don't believe this. Oh, you stink, church. God, he chewed his way out. Holy Christ.
Ow. Well, if you'd helped me that way, I'd have been plenty pissed too.
It was the ragman told me about the place. He knew how I felt about my dog Spot. When he died, I thought I was gonna die. Ragman did for me what I did for you last night.
He stinks to the ground you buried him in! John!
He was never quite the same dog that I knew. Man doesn't always know why he does things, Louis.
If you knew the dog...
Your daughter ain't ready for her favorite pet to die. Maybe with more time, she'll learn what death really is.
If you knew the dog wasn't going to come back right, why would you put a child in that situation again?
Has anyone ever buried a person up there?
Christ on his throne, no.
It's a natural thing to think about. Brings back animals. Stands to reason it could bring back people.
Nice tub. Something's off about that water, though. Why would you do that? Do you have a psychotic cat in your house? Are you covering your face?
Ah! And apparently he's bringing you gifts. In my eyes.
Come here.
You always show these things, but you never meet people on the tarmac.
Hi, Daddy. I dreamed he got hit by a car and you and Mr. Crandall buried him in a pet cemetery. Is he really all right?
Yes.
Phew, you smell bad.
Oh, God. Why didn't she just accept the doctor's help? Oh, no, no. No, no, no.
And now,
Hello, Stephen.
may the Lord bless you and keep you.
That's Stephen King.
Yep.
And comfort you and lift you up.
I don't know why God takes someone like her. How's your cat, Lois?
Ellie's cat.
No. Your cat now.
Is Missy in heaven, do you think?
And different people believe all sorts of different things. I think we go on. I have faith in that.
You believe in it.
My sister Zelda.
I know, she died. Spinal meningitis.
That comes on quick.
She was in the back bedroom like a dirty secret. My sister died in the back bedroom, and that's what she was. We wanted her to die. We wished. It was so we wouldn't feel any more pain. It was because she started to look like this monster. My parents were gone when she died. She started to convulse, and I thought, oh my God, she's choking. And they'll say, you wanted her to be dead, and that was true too. And then she died. And they thought I was crying. I think maybe I was laughing.
And if I ever needed another reason not to like your mother and father, I have one now.
Never should have asked that of your kid.
Never been left alone with her, Rachel.
Where are you going?
An 8-year-old.
Going to get you a Valium.
But you know I don't take.
Tonight you do.
Be cool.
Daddy's mom. flying the kite.
Mommy, look!
Watch him.
There it goes! Go, Daddy!
Oh god, it's gonna be the kid, isn't it?
Here's the kite!
You got it. Gage is flying it. You got it?
Gage is flying it.
I'm flying. Got away from him, that numb shit!
Dumb shit.
I want to fly it.
Oh no, Gage. No, not a baby. It's just a little guy. Oh no.
Get that baby!
No. Oh my god.
I'm gonna carry this picture, Mr. Crandall, until God lets Gage come back.
God doesn't do things like that.
He can if he wants to.
Louis, take care, you'll go.
I knew something like this would happen. I told her when you were first married, you'll have all the grief you can stand and more.
Deck him.
Now look at this.
Deck him.
I hope you rot in hell!
Deck
Where were you when he
him.
was playing in the road? You killer of children!
Hit him.
You have no right! What's wrong with you? Fuck off, hairball.
It's like, what you call me?
You're thinking thoughts best not thought of, Lois. You're thinking of putting him up there. Don't deny the thought hadn't crossed your mind, Lois. What you've been thinking of has been done. His name was Timmy Bateman. He was killed on his way home. He buried his son up there before he ever had a chance to get to the bottom of the truth.
What's the bottom of the truth?
Well, sometimes death is better. The person you put up there ain't the person that comes back. Whatever lives in the ground beyond that cemetery ain't human. But it was Margie who finally came to some of us men folks and said it had to be stopped. And we got to my car and went over to the Bateman place to take care of it.
Go on away! He's got a burn!
The place is going up! Go away! Get out while you still can, Bill!
There's still people inside.
Sometimes dead is better. Don't think about doing it, Louis. But the place is evil.
So why'd you take him there for the cat?
Maybe it's different for pets.
The place would have made Gage die because I introduced you to the power.
This could be the beginning of patching things up with your folks.
I don't want to go to Chicago, Grandma. I had a bad dream last night about Daddy and Gage and someone named Paxcat.
You have a prophetic child.
What can I say? I lost my mind. We all lost our minds, Erwin. Everything's gonna be all right, Ellie.
Do you swear?
I swear.
He's lying. Also, your folks don't deserve to be patched up with, and I don't know why you ever thought that was a good idea. Honey, you know better. We wouldn't have a movie if you didn't know better. I know you're
He's
gonna
overcome
say.
with grief.
Yeah, you know what happens when I'm overcome with grief? I don't move. So I guess I can understand.
What happened to you is wrong.
Remember, Doc, the barrier was not meant to be crossed.
If it doesn't work, I'll just put him back to sleep. And they don't have to know.
Mommy. It was Paxcat. Paxcat says Daddy's gonna do something really bad. He's a ghost. He's a good ghost.
Well, it seems she has prophetic abilities.
Paxcat. Where do I know that name?
Pascal.
Do yourself a favor, leave your daughter in Chicago.
House has some interesting paintings.
Mm-hmm.
probably went out for a hamburger or a chicken dinner, dear. You know how men are when they're alone.
Yes, this is how we are when we're alone. We crave hamburgers and chicken dinners.
Not you. You crave tacos and pizza.
And hamburgers and chicken dinners.
I'm calling from Chicago. I'm coming home.
Rachel, no.
I have to do it, Jud.
Rachel!
Your husband's probably going to do something stupid. Don't come home.
Move your ass, old man. You know where he is. Oh no.
Do police generally patrol cemeteries?
Jud could have called them.
Oh, good point.
I'm still flying by that damn house. Why aren't you going to get him? You know where he is.
He needs a drink or 6 first.
So he's safe to drive? Right.
Done it, you stupid old man. Now you've got to undo it.
How you gonna do that? With a 6-pack of Budweiser.
And a cigarette.
So little.
Okay. It's going to be all right.
What is happening to her?
Rachel,
Nightmare?
I'll get you.
And I will get you.
Yeah, nightmare. He's like, I'm fine with you.
He is the best character in this entire show.
Yep, just a ghost stuck in purgatory.
Don't do that, babe.
Make it wait. I can't.
Buddy, that's how you catch on fire. You're going at night?
Just going as soon as you can.
But that climb is treacherous. You could kill your own damn self on the way.
Just gotta keep going and don't look down.
I'm gonna stop, Gage.
Can you not take that as a sign that people are trying to stop you?
You will not be stopped.
See? Just imagination.
That's unfortunate.
Not if it brought her closer to where he is. What's unfortunate is that she's probably in the wrong shoes for this and a skirt.
It's trying to stop you. Do you hear me? It's trying to stop you.
Is anyone there?
It's just your shining, girl, that's all. Honestly, I think that's always a fun theory, how a lot of the psychic characters in King's stories, and his son as well, are just people with shining. Or some form of it.
Come back to us.
Baby wouldn't be able to get out from under those rocks.
It's an undead baby.
How did he figure out how to get back? He's just a baby.
Are you sure that's just a baby?
It's what he wants it to be. Should have thought of those things. Like, how would the child know how to get back? How would it get across that trees? The fallen trees.
Plot, story.
Daddy's medical bag. Daddy's surgical instrument. Child went to his house?
Those little footsteps.
Why did he go to his house?
Who's here?
Who's there?
Well, that seals his fate.
Playing hide and go seek.
Sounds like how Chucky likes to play hide and go seek. Where he hides and you go seek until he jumps out of nowhere and tries to stab you. Usually, successfully.
Gage, you the one playing games?
Why didn't you go next door and get Dad? Take that on together.
I brought you something.
Of course he's under the goddamn bed. 'Cause where else would he be? Couldn't have you have come up with something? I guess that was original at the time. Never mind.
Where did you go?
Oh!
Right in the Achilles.
Grab his hand.
Ooh.
Oh god.
And he's chowing down. Well, he said who's there. Sealed his fate.
He did.
Guess that's why you don't bury your kids in Micmac Indian burial grounds.
Or really any native burial ground unless, you know, you are fucking native. Proper rights.
It's the end of the line for me, too. I'm not allowed any further.
I'm sure things will be fine.
Rachel!
Jud?
Why do I feel like that poor little girl's gonna be orphaned by the morning?
Because it's a horror movie, and horrible things happen in horror movies.
Yeah, that's fair. You should go get your husband.
I finally came back for you, Rachel. Never get out of bed again. Never get out of bed again.
Kick her!
I got you something, Mommy.
Oh, Gage. Gage.
I got you something, Mommy.
You were lucky you didn't die from that.
Ow.
Gage.
Mommy's dead. Your wife is dead.
Oh my God. Gage?
I just wanted to be sure Rachel got back all right. Did she get back all right?
Yes, she's fine.
Oh, well, Ellie had a dream that her mother was dead.
I can't talk to you right now. And I told you I can't talk to you right now.
Alright, just Daddy. Will you come over and play with me? We played, Daddy. We had an awful good time.
What did you do?
Have some nice steak.
It's been drugged.
Don't mind me. Eat it while you can. Lie down. Play dead. Be dead!
Scared you, didn't I?
Let's play.
Why aren't you turning on lights?
To keep it scary.
It's dumb. Turn on some lights like you have some common goddamn sense.
Found Jud.
Oh god.
That's stairs.
That's stupid, where is he?
Daddy.
I feel like his weapon's better.
Come here. Come here.
No fair. No fair, no fair.
Well, we need to cover up what happened. Fire's not a bad way to go.
That's what Jud said. They had to burn it.
I'm sorry, Louis. I'm so sorry. But don't make it worse.
I waited too long with Gage. It will work this time. Because she just died.
Oh, yes. Yes, Dr. Herbert West. It'll work this time.
Who's Dr. Herbert West?
Reanimator.
Right.
You ain't gonna listen to you, my ghost.
How stupid can you get? That's stupid. Like somehow once wasn't enough. You had to kill your own baby.
Man's heart is stonier, Louis, because what you buy is what you own. And what you own always comes home to you.
Didn't bother to change your shirt.
Treat your wound.
Go fish.
And that's how you die.
Darling.
Well, alright then.
Yep. She got orphaned.
And credits.
And this is why I believe in cremation. I don't want to come back from the dead.
Let's sing a song about it.
Inaccurate. They didn't get buried in a pet cemetery.
It was by the pet cemetery.
It was a long distance from the pet cemetery.
In a pet cemetery. Don't want to live my life again. Songs need themes.
I'm not saying they don't.
I said songs. Movies need themes. Movies need themes, and this has a theme.
I agree, but
Yeah.
it was like 30 seconds about the pet cemetery and more about an Indian burial ground.
All right, so that was Pet Sematary. The first adaptation of Stephen King's classic novel. This was made and released in 1989. And what are our thoughts on this one?
I had my reasons for picking this one, and I don't need to go into them on here, but I'm not.
Yes,
I don't understand.
because you requested to watch this one.
Yes, I did.
Yes, we had a Stephen King poll recently,
did.
and we didn't put this one on there because she wanted to actually
I did.
straight up watch this. So that's why we watched this one.
It was, I guess I will go into it. It was a friend of mine's favorite horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she passed away last year.
Was she buried in a pet cemetery?
No, I'm pretty sure she went to a regular one.
Okay, just checking. I don't know.
Neither was she buried in a Micmac Indian burial ground, though I'm pretty sure she would have loved that. Not the coming back part, just the horror aspect of you were buried on an Indian burial ground. I'm glad she wasn't, though, because that's really, 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 really rude to that tribe. It wasn't about a pet cemetery. It was about an Indian burial ground.
By a
Beyond
pet cemetery.
by like several miles.
Well, Pet Cemetery is
That was one hell of a hike.
Pet Cemetery is a cooler title.
It is, but you could have actually made it about the cemetery.
Okay, beyond that, what do we think about the story itself?
I hated it. Child died. A cute child died.
Yeah, it was some heavy shit.
It definitely shows people how bad your grief can get. And yeah, everybody can sit there and say that guy was stupid for trying to bring his loved ones back, but I've also been in his shoes.
Yeah, this is a movie
Not with
about...
a child or a significant other, obviously.
Yeah, it's
but
not a movie about a pet cemetery, it's a movie really about grief.
it is, and how some people just don't want to deal with it that much. That they would do anything to bring that person back, even if they're not them.
Yeah, and he was trying to convince himself that it was too late for Gage, so when his wife was dead at the end, this is faster, maybe it'll be better. Just trying to hope that they won't come back wrong, they'll be back to who they were. That's some hope he was clinging to, and it's what killed his family in the end, aside from his daughter.
Daughter's the only one.
Yep.
Man, that poor kid.
And she had some prophetic abilities too with her dreams. She knew what was happening. So
Speak to the dead, she could see visions.
that's one of those characters where you're like, this is a Stephen King story. Maybe they have a bit of their shining, like
I was
in
gonna
his
say,
other
they
stories.
have a real opportunity here to do a sequel to this like Dr. Sleep.
I think there was a sequel to this, honestly.
Oh. You don't know of any other Stephen King movies that involved a little boy, an abusive parent's boyfriend, and a German Shepherd, do you? Because that's what I remembered from what I thought I saw. Maybe it was the remake, or...
There was a remake
But that
of Pet
changes the story
Sematary,
completely.
but it's still a cat. There's no dog as far as I'm aware, and the only other Stephen King story with a dog really features Cujo, and that was a Saint Bernard in the movie, so...
I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking of, then. If you know what the fuck I'm thinking of, the person... Somebody did last time when I said shit, and then they knew what it was. If you know what this movie is, I would love to know what this movie is. Please help me.
German Shepherd. Yeah, nothing's popping out of me right now, so...
It was a Stephen King marathon that was on, and that was part of what I caught. So... I don't know. Anyway. I feel really bad for their daughter. I feel really bad for the wife. Why wouldn't you go straight to your husband? Why would you go to your neighbors? Or if you think something's wrong, why wouldn't you go get your doctor husband to come with you?
Because we needed to go there to see Gage so we can kill her.
I'm aware of that.
Because that's where the story goes. That's the
I
story.
get that. At the same time, I would have gone and gotten my husband, who's a doctor, and could have gauged any medical issues better than I could.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's my only big complaint about it, is that it doesn't make much sense for her to run towards somebody who doesn't sound like her neighbor screaming her name.
Rachel.
If that sounded like my sister, who fucking creeped me out and then died under my supervision at 8, I would not run towards that.
Rachel.
I would run as far away from that as I can.
Rachel. Who's there? Of course, Jed had to say who's there.
He totally signed his own death warrant.
So once we see that, I was like, oh, they got to be dying.
I did quite like Herman Munster in that role.
Fred Gwynne, yes.
That's nice. He's Herman Munstered me.
Always.
I'm also terrible with actors' names. I'm never going to remember it. But everything I have seen him in, I have liked his everything. Although I do have to wonder what the accent he has is, because that one who played Missy whoever had the same one. I can't place it.
I'm not aware of Maine having a particular accent either, so I don't know.
Well, Boston does, so I can't say Maine shouldn't.
No? Well, there is one. I don't know.
Boston?
No, Maine.
Oh.
I know Boston's like Boston.
Boston.
Boston. They didn't sound like Boston. They didn't sound Bostonian. But there's a Maine one. Yeah, I suppose.
I liked the ghost in it, too. The one that was helping them,
Pascal.
so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, and that also gave me vibes of like American Werewolf in London, where he's keeps
Very
seeing
much so.
the ghost of his friend all bloodied and all that. I got the same vibe of.
And I liked the makeup
that with
job
this.
on him too.
Mm-hmm.
As that had to keep getting redone, and they did it really well. I also, as gross as it was, I wasn't opposed to the makeup job done on Rachel at the end of it. Although how he thought he could make her come back looking okay when her eye was literally gone and you could see her skull. It doesn't regenerate. It doesn't regenerate. There's something else I was going to and I can't think of what it is now. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I lost it.
It's gone.
Whoosh.
Whoosh, went away.
Out my ears.
As far as I'm aware, I think it's been told that I've read that this was like the scariest novel King believes he ever wrote. And it's the one he believes he might have went too far with, just because of the subject matter itself. The death of
And the
a
re-killing
kid,
of your
and
own
then
child.
It coming back, killing mother, having to kill the child again. Just of how heavy that is. He felt that was like the farthest he's ever gone. He's gone to some weird ass places in his books, I'll tell you that.
No, I feel like Dr. Sleep was pretty bad. Having tortured the child before the group of people killed them.
Yeah, that was a pretty heavy scene there too. This one, I guess depends.
I mean, it is a little heavier only because they're related, like it's their kid.
Mm.
But I still think torturing children to be scared before they die is still pretty fucking bad.
Makes them taste better.
Apparently.
I don't know. That would be... Makes the shine better, you know? Yeah, I always come back to that with a lot of his things. I'm always looking out for people with shining in his movies now, especially if they're a little bit psychic or prophetic. Because
It does seem to be a running theme.
He does have like his own little universe.
You didn't get that in it, though. None of them had a gift.
Not that I'm aware of.
But
like, if I think about it, nothing really jumps out.
I'm trying to think of all the Stephen King movies I've seen. The biggest one is The Shining. I'm trying to think of all Stephen King movies I've seen ever, because I've seen The Shining, I've seen Dr. Sleep.
Shining, Dr. Sleep.
I've seen It. I've seen
It's Chapter 1, Pet Sematary. You've seen Christine.
I've seen Christine.
You've seen Carrie.
I've seen Carrie with Stephen King?
Yeah. That was his very first novel.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, Carrie had a Shining.
Worse, just telekinesis, not really Shining.
That's a Shining. The Shining comes out in different ways. For everyone. That's the point.
I don't know.
No, that was the whole point. That's why the people were chasing the kids and that each kid had a different gift. In Dr. Sleep. That was the whole point of The Shining.
Oh. Yeah, they had certain abilities, not really telekinesis, though.
That doesn't mean that it wasn't possible. It still counts as a Shining.
I suppose. Maybe. That's debatable. We'd have to ask Steven about that.
Let me know when you get off the phone with him.
I will. We like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, like this. Me and Steve. We're buds.
I will bet you anything he doesn't like being called Steve.
Me and the king.
Uh-huh.
That.
Anyway.
The king of Maine. That's what he is.
Are there any other Stephen King movies I might have seen?
That you might have seen.
What else is there?
Oh, they've made a lot of Stephen King movies. Even ones that aren't really horror movies. Shawshank Redemption, The Green Mile.
I don't think I saw either of those.
You saw The Mist.
I saw The Mist.
We did see The Mist. Stand By Me.
Wait.
Cat's Cradle.
The Mist. Is that the one we just watched?
Yes, that was a Stephen King story.
That was a Stephen King story.
Yep, that was a Stephen King story. That's why I was on our
very
Stephen King poll.
Lovecraftian. No, I know. It's just it's so Lovecraftian. He must have been channeling Lovecraft at that time.
Maybe. Yeah, but he's done a lot of things, Stephen King.
He has, apparently.
There's Firestarter, the Dark Tower movie, which I heard was shit, so I didn't bother watching it. The Langoliers, the Stand, Rose Red, Gerald's Game. Misery.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
No Shining.
How would we
in that
forget
one.
Misery? That's one of his best.
Yeah. Understandably. No Shining in that one, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing about Stephen King. He shits out, like, at least, I think, maybe 2 books a year. He's just keeps writing and writing and writing. So there's a lot of things he's done. So eventually, everything he's written is going to get adapted.
He actually just put out a new one called Holly. My friend was delighted.
Yes, your friend Holly was delighted. But yeah, Stephen King always is a great basis for any horror, scary movie, and even the non-scary ones, because he's just a great writer. He fleshes out his characters and stories.
He definitely
very
always
well.
does that. They are always very well-rounded characters. There aren't real big plot holes, and they're very simple. He definitely follows the KISS method for that, even when he's complicated. He keeps it simple.
Mm-hmm.
People are simple for the most part. Very rarely do you run into a complicated people. At least not in your everyday. In my everyday, yes, I run into many complicated people. But I also run into very many simple people whose lives are not standard, but they're...
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean? You have your dad who goes to work. You have your mom who either goes to work or is the homemaker. Sometimes that role is reversed. But they're...
Candy?
That's what they want, you know? It's just... I don't know. And at the same time... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what I'm trying to get to here. But his characters are, as you said, very well fleshed out. Even Gage was well fleshed out and very well spoken for one who looked so young.
It was a little tiny thing.
But he spoke well, which I'm sure is what got him the role.
No fair. No fair.
Uh-oh. But...
Yeah, no. But, yeah, this was very effective horror movie for, I would believe, parents especially. Like, there's always the thing where people read a story and it won't affect them as much, but then when they are able to more relate to the characters at a certain point in their lives, then it affects them more.
Really could have happened to any parent where their kid gets hit by a truck.
Yep.
It happens all the time. Those little buggers move faster than you think they do, and then suddenly they're at the road.
And then, splat!
Because people
Bloody
don't
shooters
follow
flying.
speed limit signs or anything like that, and trucks cannot stop on a dime.
No.
Cars have a hard time doing it. An 18-wheeler, forget it. No chance. No chance in hell.
Yeah. I have seen the remake of this too. It was okay. It didn't have the effectiveness I feel that a movie made in the 80s like this has. It was better done in this version.
I like that this was mostly done without special effects. I mean, they had practical effects.
I mean, practical effects for like wounds and the blood and all that, but that's not too hard to do.
The only thing that really had any sort of specialty to it was the face he saw climbing up to take Gage and bury him at the burial ground, and then the ghost.
Yeah, that's about
because
it.
the fade in and out is not...
It was simple effects, nothing too showy or flashy. Yeah.
I like that it's not flashy. I think that gives it more character than if it was. It makes it more real than if it was.
Mm-hmm.
You know? If you had him stab Herman Munster in the neck and had the arterial spray, I think I would have believed it less than what the child did do.
He just went... It was like...
And then ate him.
Ate parts of him.
So basically the baby was a lick, not a zombie.
Yes, that's right, Raven. Just a little chomp, chomp, chomp.
Because he could still talk. He still had his... I know, you want your dinner, but you get it after we finish this up, okay?
Speaking of... do we have any final thoughts here on Pet Sematary? Good 4K, by the way. Nice transfer. Very clear.
Yes, it was very clear. I don't know what the old one looked like, but this was very clear. I think it could have been better named. I know.
It was a great name. What would you name this if not Pet Sematary?
I don't know. My dog is too cute for me to think about that. Yes. I liked who they got to play the characters. It was very well casted. I also hope to God if I ever do become a mother that never, ever, 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 ever happens to me where I have to bury my toddler. And I feel bad for anyone that has to bury their toddler.
Yeah.
You should never have to bury your kids. It's not how it works. It's not how it's supposed to work.
No, it's not.
That's all I got. That's my final thoughts. What are yours?
My final thoughts is...
You can wait. Raven.
Shh, we're almost done.
I know, but you gotta wait. It's 3 minutes till you get fed anyway, so you'll live.
Yes, we're near the end. My final thoughts on this is I enjoy it. When it comes to Stephen King horror adaptations, I think it's easily somewhere in the top 10. I couldn't rank them right now for you if I tried because there's just a lot of good ones and they all do different things for me. That's something I have to take time to do, so I can't really do it off the top of my head, but off the top of my head I would say definitely, most likely top 10. And worth a watch for anyone who hasn't seen it because it is an effective story. And
that's the other thing I wish I would have known about the hanging scene ahead of time.
Oh, I forgot about that specific detail.
I didn't, only because it was brought back up in the end with the mom.
Yeah. There's a bit of a parallel there.
Yeah. I have a thing about...
Dancing the Devil's Jig.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm good.
Alright.
I'll tell you about that later.
Alright. Well, anyway, this was Pet Sematary. Wonderful, wonderful, fun, I say, horror movie.
Fun, he says.
Based on Stephen King with a screenplay by Stephen King and also a cameo by Stephen King, so...
He sounds not like he wrote this. He sounds interesting. Did not expect that voice out of him. I expected more gravel.
Oh, you saw him. You saw him. Oh, Creepshow. That's another one. You saw him in Creepshow in the one segment. Meteor shit. That was Stephen King.
I have to remember it first.
We did it on the channel. You can go find it.
No, I know. I just have to remember what happens in the movie. I can see the.
He turns into moss slowly. After the meteor he finds. That was him.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
That one, there are other sections of that anthology that stuck more in my head.
Okay. But yeah, Stephen King's great. Any movie or adaptation worth a watch, and so is this one. So, thank you for joining us for this watch of Pet Sematary. We have our Patreon if you'd like to support our channel.
Yes.
And we also just have this YouTube channel where you can like our videos, give us your comments and your opinions on the movies we watch. We'd like to hear any trivia you may have.
And for the record, I will never, ever, ever stop being sensitive to children getting hurt. Give up.
We're not.
It's not happening.
Yes. And if you'd like to see any more videos we do, you can subscribe to our channel, and they'll just pop up on your feed.
YouTube will tell you.
Yes, we have a new one every Tuesday, occasional Friday, but definitely every Tuesday. So, thank you for watching.
Unless Christmas is on a Monday.
Unless this is a special event. So, thank you for watching, and we'll see you for the next video. Until then.
Stay spooky.
Bye.